protect. So data analysis is a very good area. You can also look into business intelligence. With my program, I don't only teach you data analysis. We go into SQL for six weeks of SQL. Then we look into Azure. I connect it to the cloud because the cloud is the future. And the future is here, so cloud is very important. So we go into Azure Cloud, Microsoft Azure, Microsoft SQL, Microsoft Azure. We look into pipeline building, building your pipeline, looking at your data factory, creating all the servers, all the instances, connecting to the premises, moving data around, files around, doing storage, so many things like that. And then ultimately, we also make sure you can create dashboard with Power BI, Tableau, and make it very nice and create great dashboard for decision makers and be able to discuss with making decision makers for the organization, and they can use those data to build strategies for the organization. So Power BI, this analysis is a good one. Another good one is Azure, the cloud technology. The cloud technology is very good. We have different area of cloud. We have Azure Cloud, we have AWS Cloud, we have Google Cloud. Recently, I just got my certification on the cloud platforms as well, because it's the future and everybody, we've been doing it for a while. So it's time to start for you to start looking into a cloud environment. The cloud, the Azure Cloud is very easy to understand. The AWS Cloud is the same as Azure Cloud, but it's just a little bit complicated because of they change all the regular servers that we all know, we discuss about. They took the name and changed it to EC2 instances. They changed the name to different, so just some different lingo that you need to understand. But we provide those training as well. We discuss them. That one is a 10-week course whereby you're hands-on on the cloud. And as I always tell people, right? I tell people, don't start with cloud. Because if you don't have any IT background, don't want to start with cloud because you get frustrated. And you notice that you start knocking your head on the wall, you can't get nowhere. And some people listen and people don't listen, and they'll come back. Cloud is what you want to do after you've done a couple of things. Like I'll tell my cyber student, start with cybersecurity, then you can go into cloud, into cybersecurity cloud engineer. That's easier. Or maybe you want to do data. Then my data analyst, they can start with data engineer analyst, and then they can go into data analyst in the cloud, things like that. So it's always better because as a cloud architect, you'll be discussing with stakeholders. They may just put you in, you're an architect, and you don't know anything about networking, you don't know anything about Linux, you don't know anything about database, you don't know anything about securing the infrastructure. What are you going to say? 10 weeks course in cloud environment will not take you anywhere, and you can't even get a job with it. So that's what it is with cloud. You need to be able to go to, you're going to meet with the CEO of a company that need their infrastructure to be put on the cloud, and then you sit in front of them for interview. You speak to the CEO, and then he brought all his engineers in the front of you, and then you're sitting there and you don't know, they ask you all this question and you don't know what to say. It's okay to get a job, but can you perform? No, you can't. You can't. Literally, you cannot. Unless you go to work DevOps. So, but then there's more into that area too. So when you get it in, it's always good to start off with all these other ones I've mentioned, then you can go into the cloud. So we have different areas of cloud too. But if you know that you're really ready for the cloud and you're going to put the work into it, then you can go into the cloud. That's fine. So the cloud is there. We also have the business analysis side. So business analysis pretty much means analyzing businesses. So business analysis is very closely knitted with Scrum or project management. A business analyst is the one that will meet the stakeholder, discuss with them, get all the requirements, and then bring this requirement down in a way that is understandable to the developers so that they can take it through the life cycle development of the system and break it down and be able to produce a system that can be going through the process of development, testing, staging, and production. So the stakeholder, the business analyst is the one that always going to be the last person between the organization and the product owner, pretty much, or the stakeholder. There'll be a lot of meetings going back and forth. Some of the organizations use a business analyst to be a tester. Some of the organizations use a business analyst to also be doing demos or to write technical writer. So business analyst can be technical or non-technical. So, but in my business analyst program, it's interwoven with the software testing. The software testing whereby people test the software and then they analyze the software and then they can do both automated or manual testing. So that area also is very, very good. So I always encourage the business analysts to know all of that, because if you do, then you're able to work with top tech companies, not only startup companies. Sorry, somebody's trying to call me. But even tech companies, because when I was working for companies, I've had the opportunity to work for top tech companies like CSC, Otto Roman, Agility, NCIC, Leidos, and all of those companies. We're always in the forefront of technology. So you can imagine why, when I discuss intelligently deeply, I used to be a lead in a lot of projects, and we are exposed to all of these things, programs. So, and that's one thing I always tell you also. If you are in tech, be flexible. Don't say, oh, I can't do this, I don't want to do this, it's not my job. Always be ready to help, because you never where that will take you in the future. So that's one thing. I'm always ready to help the team, and that really exposed me to a lot of things in tech. So that's very important. Yeah, so I can stop right there. I can go forever, but let me stop right there in case somebody has a question. But it's really involving. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Temi, and get a feeling that she is really invested in this IT field. And we thank you for this knowledge and all the information that you're giving out. The advice that, it's expensive to get all these information. Sometimes you reach out and somebody want to charge you just to explain the areas that you have to start from. And I believe that the audience are enjoying and also taking lessons, putting some things down. I just want to say a big thank you for this opportunity. And everyone joining, if this is your first time, I just want you to know that as for Techies, we have our core principles, which is we rise by lifting others. And with that, we want everybody to enjoy coming to the Clubhouse with any tech questions. If you want to join our chat group, we have a Telegram account. You can ping or DM any of the mods, and we will be happy to add you to a chat where we share openings and also assist with any questions that you may have. If you're working and you need assistance, not into details, but basic questions, we can assist you with that. We do not charge. There's no money exchange from any of the mods or any of the trusted instructors that we bring on board. So if somebody reach out to you that you have to pay them for them to lead you, please do not engage them. If you are interested in any of the courses, if you want to join Dr. Temi, you want to join any of our trusted moderators, trainers, please DM us or send us a message first so we can do a little review with you and direct you to the right place. I know a lot of people have questions, so I'll let Amemo take over from here.
All right, thank you so much, Gigi, and thank you, Professor Temi, for such information, because this information is very rich, and under normal circumstances, people will go to seminars or maybe book appointment. We're in the diaspora, so even if you want to see a lawyer or you see a doctor, just for an intro, they have a fee. But we are so grateful that you are here. You and Ian are here to share this knowledge and also be able to, or you guys are willing to help us or help our audience to be able to enter the tech environment. And again, if you're here, this is Diaspora Techies. If you haven't followed the house, just click on the green button and also follow the mods so that anytime we open the room, you'll be able to get notification. And also, so if you're in the audience, you have any questions, our mods are going to release the hand button for now. So before we bring people on stage to ask questions. Professor Temi, I just want you to highlight more. You've talked about all these various areas that you that individuals who are either scared or planning to enter the tech field, and you feel that these are the areas that they should look into. Do you want to tell us more about your training and what it entails, and what in terms of the duration and the tools that you have for people to delve into? I know a lot of people in the audience can give testimony about your class, but we also want you to tell us what your class entails, and if anybody is interested, if we can house those people and then bring them to you, we will be. So if you can tell us about that before we allow the audience to ask their questions.
Thank you, Memo. Thank you. My program is with my IT University. Anybody can even go online to see what it is. myituniversity.com. myituniversity.com. You can click on my bio for more information on that. So it's 8 weeks course. So the thing is, like I already mentioned, there are a couple of cybersecurity courses they can take. So the first one is Security Plus. It's 8 weeks. The second one is the compliance, cybersecurity compliance, 8 weeks. The third one is cybersecurity management, vulnerability management lab. It's 8 weeks. But normally people start with the first two, Security Plus and the compliance. So in 8 weeks, we take the first class, Security Plus, and then we also take the second class. So normally it's once a week on Saturday. We're starting on October 23rd for the last class for the year, which is in 2 days on Saturday, October 23rd. So we take a class in the morning from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern time. We take the first class for 2 hours. We take 2 hours break. We come back 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We take the second class. In 8 weeks, they are done with 2 classes. You can take them one by one. You can take them together. But most people take them together. And so during these classes, all our classes are recorded and they are available to you live after the class. For each of our classes, we provide you all the material that you need to study. We have classes divided into groups, so they're group studies. All the students they have group leaders, they get to meet and discuss the material. And if they have any questions, I'm able to chime in and help during the week, so they're always engaged during the week. Then on Saturday, next week Saturday, when we come back together, we go over the class material, we discuss, we do a quick review and a test to test where you are. So nobody's ever left behind. Then after that, we always have hands-on projects, and we work together on the project, on the tools that they need to understand to get into the industry. So we actually do hands-on work to get them ready. After all that is said and done, we help them with the resume, with LinkedIn, and we help them with interview prep and prep them for certification. So we're actually working together with Circles of Opportunity with Diana Smith. She's here too. We work together in collaboration, and what we do is that Top Technologies and my University, we put aside some scholarships whereby we help every student to get their resume done professionally and their LinkedIn profile done professionally. So we put them along the pipeline, we test them, we work with them, interview them. We have a lot of mentors. We do mentoring, we do continuous mentoring. We have a very big platform on Telegram, on WhatsApp, where we mentor offline, we mentor them, help them with all of their profile. And then we send them down the pipeline to get their resume done professionally. And then we also help them to get started for jobs. So we have that pipeline going on. In addition to that, we also come on Clubhouse every day, where we just bring our students on Clubhouse and let them get exposed to recruiters. And we help them, build their confidence on the platform, meet people, network, and just grow from there. So that's that about the the cybersecurity class. Also, we have the Scrum class. Another class that's coming up also this week. For anyone that's interested in that. For people that are not trying to get the cybersecurity but on the management side, then they can do the Scrum class. It's 4 weeks course. The same concept with that as well. And they have hands-on project to work together. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you so much, Professor Temi. Thanks everyone for being here. If you're in the audience, this is Diaspora Techies. We have a Telegram platform, and if you are interested in joining us, kindly DM anyone of the mods, and we'll add you to our platform. And if you're a professional in the audience and you want to come up and add some tidbits to what Professor Temi said, you are allowed. We just that our questions always targeted towards our newbies. So if you're in the audience and you feel that you're a professional and we don't want to have a banter, so you can come and add anything that you have. But our questions are mostly related, mostly for our newbies, people who are trying to enter the field or who are struggling on their first role. As Gigi said, we have a platform where professionals that are there can help you on what you need to do. So Yana, before we allow our audience to start talking, Yana, do you have anything to add?
Hi everyone, my name is Diana Smith and I'm the founder and CEO of Circle of Opportunities. I'm an executive career coach, resume writer, and tech recruiter, working with a lot of candidates to help them break into tech, working very closely with Professor Temi. Hey, Professor Temi, I miss you.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. So working very closely with my IT university to help students break into cybersecurity as well as other tech roles. So I would encourage anyone who is struggling to break into cybersecurity, struggling to break into IT or tech, project management, data analysis, business analysis, any of those fields. If you're struggling, please reach out to us. We are more than happy to help guide you, give you the right information, let you know what classes are available to assist you. I've spoken to so many people this week, and I tell you, the phones don't stop ringing. There's so many candidates that are really struggling right now because they've paid, the General Assemblies, they've paid Flatiron, they've paid the universities, they've paid a lot of money to get trained in cybersecurity, and they're unable to break into the field for a number of reasons. They have no experience to list on their resumes, and they also have zero credentials whatsoever. So they're getting no job offers, not many interviews, and they have a big bill that they have to pay off. So these are some massive issues that we're seeing, and it's troubling, it's disturbing. I'm not quite sure why the universities are not really addressing these issues, but I'm really, really happy that my IT university does address this issue, and it does help people get to where they need to be. So, the candidates that go through the program, they see success at a much higher and faster rate, because with the training that they're getting, it's precisely and exactly what they need in terms of the skill set to break into the field. It's what the recruiters and hiring managers are looking for, right? They're trained how to answer the questions. They're trained how to go through the interview process. They're trained, we help them with the resume and the LinkedIn, so they're fully prepared to step into a role and just start working right away. So I think that is the difference, or the key differentiator of why I really love Professor Temi and the work that she does at my IT university, is because we can see the tangible results that the candidates are getting at a faster, more accelerated rate. For every 10 graduates of the program, that generates over $1 million in income salary for those 10 students. That is massive. Most other companies are guaranteeing students $50K, upon completing a year of a program. In some states, you cannot really survive very well on that salary. So the promises are really low, the outcomes are really low where we're seeing this in other programs. So I'm always excited. I'm always happy to support the work that my IT university is doing, because I've been in this business a long time. And let me tell you, there's no one else, there's very few people who are doing this at the pace and the rate and the scale that Professor Temi is doing it. So listen, this woman deserves every single award, every single accolade, every single recognition, everything she does, you know, it's for the student's success. And we're seeing it over and over and over again. I cannot tell you how grateful and happy I am to hear that people who have been struggling and looking for work for the last 6 months to a year are finally getting 6-figure job offers because they go through this program. And now they're connected with Facebook and Amazon and Google and, you know, all these big top tech, Accenture and Deloitte, all these big companies where they had no access to get into those companies before. So it's a really beautiful thing to see people progress in their career and their goals and really get to where they need to be. So sign up. You know, if you have any questions, reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm always happy to share more. I'm always happy to show you the testimonies, the resumes, the results, connect you to people in the field, connect you to recruiters, help you get to where you need to be in your career, because it makes no sense if you sit back and just be quiet and you don't get the help that you need. We're here to support everyone who needs us. So if you have any questions, you can always come on up and ask us. We're always here to help you. And in terms of anyone who needs resume writing services, career coaching services, feel free to connect with Circle of Opportunities. You can go on our website, circleofopportunities.com. You can always sign up, email me, send me a message. And I want to let people know about the Cybersecurity Technology Scholarship as well that we have partnered together with my IT university to start. And we're basically looking for sponsors, companies to come on board to help sponsor these students so that they can get internships, fellowships, job opportunities, full-time job offers. You can make a financial sponsorship to help those students offset some of the costs for their trainings. So you can do that on our website as well, circleofopportunities.com, or you can reach out to me directly if you want to make a financial, you know, sponsorship to support the work that we're doing. We'd be happy to talk to you more about that. So yeah, happy to be here. Great to see you guys. And thank you so much, Emma.
Thank you so much, Iana, and thank you, Professor Temi. I'm so excited because we, as Diaspora Techies, our motto is we rise by lifting others, and we're doing that for over 2 years now. And we are so grateful to have this kind of partnership with Professor Temi and Miss Iana. And I just also want to encourage everyone, it can get very frustrating when you start in the beginning. But I just want to encourage all of us that in as much as you get a training from Professor Temi, you get the mentoring from Iana or any other mods that we, speakers that we bring, I think 80% of the job is also rest on you as the individual. So you need to put hours, few hours every day, even if it's 2 hours, just dedicate to read, study. And that's the reason why Diaspora Techie platform exists. If you come to our platform, and anybody in the audience also on stage will testify, anybody who comes to the platform who need help always leave with grateful heart. And we want those people also to come back and contribute to the platform. So 80% of the job rests on us individuals to be able to study whatever information that is given us, study, join extra groups. If you can organize, there's a movement of ladies organizing this kind of tech discussion every evening, maybe once a week, where you can just hop on Zoom call or Google Meet, and then or maybe WhatsApp, and be able to talk about that stuff that they've learned over the years, and then bring resource people to. So the collaboration is very important, and we want to encourage everyone to be part of that and join the Diaspora Techies. Before I go to Leon, any one of the mods want to ask a question or contribute? King, I know you're there. Do you want to add anything to the discussion?
Well, I think you said it all. Thank you, Professor Temi. Thank you, Yana. This was great stuff. I enjoyed listening myself. Often in times, I think one needs to sort of hear these things again to sort of, motivate us. So, I'm still being motivated by you, Professor Temi and Ayana. Thank you very, very much. And like Memo said, this tech is a journey. It's a journey, and I think a journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. So take a step, take a bold step, and I think whatever you want to be, you can become it. All right, that's all I got. Okay.
Thank you so much, Richard.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Georgette, please go ahead.
Thank you, Amemo. I have a question for Professor Temi, please. And thank you, Ms. Ayana. She took a look at my resume last week and offered some feedback, and I'm truly grateful for your time. Professor Temi, thank you so much. You always drop so many gems here, and our sessions with you are always so informative. So thank you so much for your time. I would like to kindly ask you if you have any advice for anyone trying to study for the project management professional certification. Would you recommend that one takes for instance, if I want to take it, should I register for the PMP on my own and do some self-studying, or you also have a course that for people like me who are trying to get into the PMP space, but I'm not too sure as to how to go about it. Would you recommend, tell us more about it if there's a criteria? I've been told that there's a criteria by which applicants are assessed and what goes into that and what one has to prepare. How do you prepare for the PMP certification? That is my question, please. And if you also have a class for that one as well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Georgette, for that. Actually, I don't have any PMP certification under my program right now, just because it's easier to get into project management with Scrum. Everything is going to Scrum now. So that's why I decided to add Scrum instead of PMP. But you can study on your own, but you can also have there's a lot of mentors on this app that can help you. I know you guys have brought a couple of people here to help you with that. And one person I can recommend is Anna. Anna Anderson, I know you brought her here. She's very good with project management. And I don't know if I remember I've met her. But I don't do project management per se, but I do Scrum, more of Scrum side. You can do your self-study. You can also reach out to Amemo. Amemo can guide you better, or anybody, because I know you guys have, I wasn't here, but I know you guys have got hosted Anna before. So that's what I would advise to do. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, we've had Anna here some time back, and she's a good resource as well. I was asking for the benefits of the newbies that joined us today. If anyone just joined us today and would like to know more about the PMP, but thank you for your advice. I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Georgette, and thank you, Professor Temi. Yes, so we do have access to Miss Anna, and we will. Anybody who is interested can contact us, and we can get her to talk to the person. So Richard.
Yes, thank you so much, Permimo. Thank you, Professor, for being here. Thank you, Ayana, and thank you, Mother of the wonderful audience, for being here to listen. Before I proceed to ask a question or add on to the topic, I will say if you're in the audience or you're on stage today, please click on Professor Temi, Ms. Leyanis, and other resources. Click on their profile and add them and follow them. The reason why I'm saying that is this week has been funny on Clubhouse, whereby we know there are people on the platform and they are speaking and they are offering lectures and offering information, but we could not find them. So make sure you're following all the wonderful people that we have in the room today. They are great resources. We want you to be able to hear them wherever they go, wherever they are, and whatever gems they might be throwing out there. And going back to add up on what Professor Temi said, I am a student of Professor Temi. I was a student of Professor Temi. I'm saying I am because I will continue to be a student of Professor Temi going forward day in, day out, non-stop. I was because I have completed her classes. And this is a remarkable instructor that you will not get anywhere else you go. Let me compare it to a restaurant. I love Chick-fil-A. So when I drive through Chick-fil-A, I buy my food and I leave and I get out. The owner of the store doesn't know what I look like, doesn't know what I'm wearing. All they care is they offered me the food. Professor Temi in her classes or under her mentorship in her school, whatever she's teaching, she holds you like her own son or daughter and trains you and moderates you and helps you get to where you want to get. One thing that amazes me is like I completed her class, and sometimes when I look at job offers that are out there, listen, everything that she taught in her classroom are what they are asking on the resume or asking on their job offer. So if you're out there, you're doubting what you want to do with your life, what do you want to do when it gets into the tech environment, she's offering opportunities for people to be successful in their communities. We're building communities, we're building societies, and we cannot do it without you. We can only overcome when we come together as one. And this is something that Professor Temi and the rest of the audiences or the mocks and the instructors that we bring on this page, this is some of the things that they are offering. So Professor Temi, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being a valuable resource in our community. Ms. Yana, thank you as well, and all the wonderful people. This is Richard. I'm done speaking. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Perfect, Richard.
Yeah, thank you so much, Richard, and thank you. So we start with the audience who are on stage. So we go to Leon. From Leon, we go to Akuma.
Hello, everyone. My name is Leon. I have 20 years experience in HR. So I'm a veteran of 20 years, and I was a HR professional.